Hello. Welcome to Dumpster Fire. I know that there's a looming global thermonuclear war that people seem to be wish casting in the background here, but this is Dumpster Fire, and we try to keep things light because, as I've said before, unlike most comedians, I'm not a foreign policy expert. Beyond Parody! Democratic PAC, the Progress Action Fund, best known for their viral Republicans in your bedroom and Republicans watching your daughter videos, which we've covered here on Dumpster Fire before, have a new one that they've dropped. Trump is deporting your Latina girlfriends, aimed at young men.
I had a really good time today.
Yeah, me too. I really look.
What are you doing? She's coming with us. What are you talking about? Who are you? I'm your Republican congressman. Now that we're in charge, we're rounding up illegals. She was born here. She's a citizen. I don't care. She looks like one of them. But don't worry. When she's in prison in El Salvador, she'll have lots of company.
Why are the Democrats so bad at this? I truly think they want to lose forever. All these theater kids on the left, and you'd think they'd be better at acting.
Roseful, I have a 12 o'clock.
Oh, yes, Mr. David's already here.
Dems have a young male problem, and they actually think that this ad is the solution, that that's what's going to get these men back. They really think that they can just be like, pussy. And the guys will be like, well, I'm back. Latina pussy. Okay, well then, I'll vote for you guys. Like, what is even fucking happening?
Wow, you're really progressive.
No other way to be. So, listen, I think you're really pretty and interesting, and I'd kind of like to take you upstairs and totally crush your pussy.
I'm Bridget Phetasy, and this is your Dumpster Fire. Welcome to Dumpster Fire, where we make burgers out of your sacred cows. We premiere new episodes every Tuesday and Friday at 8 p.m. Central. Please join us in the chat. Before we get going, tickets are available to my stand-up comedy show, Ask Me Anything. The next show is on June 24th, 7 p.m., Creek in the Cave in Austin. If you're coming through for other shows, please come see us and ask me anything. There's a link in the description where you can buy tickets. I've also partnered with Two Way for my new live online show called Real America. Join us on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. Please register to be a member of the virtual audience. There's a link in the description below. And if you want to keep track of everything we do, the best way to do that is to join our free newsletter, Phetasy.com. And that way you can keep up with all the content we are churning out. All right. Back to the Democrats have a political ad problem. The Democrats have a marketing problem.
She looks like one of them.
She's been withholding BJs ever since she found out he voted for Trump. Everyone in the video voted for Trump, actually, except for her. And she's been yelling at him about LGBTQ rights for the last 6 months. Then she caught him Snapchatting some flat-ass punta, and she slashed his tires.
Use this.
You carry that in your car?
You don't?
And the boyfriend, who's obviously named Skylar,
I had a really good time today.
had been going to counseling, consulting friends, and nothing was working to fix their relationship. Skylar is, of course, a trust fund baby, and Mumsy hates the Latina girlfriend, who we never named. She's gonna poke holes in her diaphragm and get herself an anchor baby, is what Mumsy said when she FaceTimed him from the Hamptons. But Mom, she's a citizen, Skylar said. It doesn't matter. Trump is looking for the homegrowns too, you know. Long story short, Skylar called ICE.
I like it. Really fleshes out the characters.
He's just pretending that he cares that she got iced. We should probably have named her too, because she matters, but she's going to end up in El Salvador, apparently. Are we also supposed to believe that Republican senators other than ICE Barbie Kristi Noem attend ICE raids?
I'm your Republican congressman.
By the way, this video is just going to make white women vote for Trump in epic numbers. They're tired of competing with big booty Latinas. You've seen our weather ladies. They want them out of here. If the women that are older and single and liberal could get rid of every nice, juicy bottomed woman who is taking their man and their attention, I'm sure they would. I want to see the faces of the people who made this video. Are you sure this was made by Dems and not ICE? Can we deport everyone responsible for this video? It gets so weird and creepy. At the very end, it takes the darkest turn. There's like the line about her being in an El Salvadorian prison. Why did this suddenly turn into a grape video?
She'll have lots of company.
And by the way, I'm just going to use grape now because it's hilarious. And it would even be a funny, more hilarious t-shirt. Calm down. Let's not turn this grape into a murder. This all feels like a weird liberal projection fantasy. The Republicans, by the way, weren't the ones with the sniffing problem.
Hey man, how you doing? Let me whisper in your ear. I tell you something you might like to hear.
When he did that at the end of the video, I'm like, oh yeah, Biden's still alive. The PAC's slogan is Republicans go low, we go lower. They made $8.6 million farming money for this slogan and telling people that they have these videos that went viral. And they went viral because everyone was dunking on them. And their funders, who are boomers, probably have no idea that all of these videos aren't actually changing hearts and minds. They're just counterproductive to the entire movement. But these people don't care because they're just going to be like cashing the fucking checks and buying saunas. Their motivation is to win back voters with this. The disconnect is so vast. This video is made for David Hogg and his male feminist cohort. And they're not winning back any men, by the way. My husband said to say, this is meant to appeal to people who play Daggerheart. And I have no idea what that means. But Daggerheart sounds pretty gay.
It's like a sick burn for the fantasy role playing games.
For like, so which version of Dungeons and Dragons do you play? Sometimes I'll go on Jared's Twitter account and he retweets mostly me and then like Dungeons and Dragons stuff and some political stuff, but not much. And the Dungeons and Dragons stuff, I'm like, wow, I'm married to this amazingly hot dork.
I play D&D too!
They really think that this video is going to save them. They can't think that. The White House spokesperson, Abigail something or another, said it would be smarter for Dems to light their money on fire. They should use the money to start Waymos on fire. They would be better off doing nothing. It would be more effective. This is not influential. This is just to make money, and you will never have a Joe Rogan because they always say we need a left-wing Joe Rogan. They had a left-wing Joe Rogan, and then they labeled him right-wing and then looked around and went, where's our left-wing Joe Rogan? Like, you guys are fucking retarded. Before our next segment, don't forget to like, subscribe, touch my bells and buttons, and tell your friends about us. Please help us reach our goal of 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. And you guys have spoken. When we hit 100,000, I will do my best Mexican weather report. You have to stick around through the ad to see the weather report, though, guys. Sorry, them's the rules.
Bridget resents the fact that now that's required in the script, so we might have to do away with it.
I'm
Sorry,
gonna kill
guys.
myself, and my suicide note will be them's the rules. You all know how much I love this sponsor and how much I love talking about my husband's balls on Dumpster Fire. My husband won't wear any other underwear now. He will only wear Sheath, the underwear of legends. Their patented dual pouch system is revolutionary. It cradles your balls lovingly in their pouch. And there's a separate pouch for the genitalia, which is obviously enormous if you're wearing Sheath. It keeps everything separate from the legs, and you're nice and comfortable when you're out there doing jujitsu and tough guy stuff. It's high quality. It can be worn as boxers or briefs, moisture wicking, keeping everything cool and separated. Everyone who tries this underwear swears they'll never go back. There's also a women's line, which is amazing. I live in their sports bras. They've got cute booty shorts, and they're moisture wicking and balance your pH so you stay fresh. Buy the greatest underwear that's ever graced the balls of man. Sheath underwear. Underwear of legends, as I mentioned, go to sheath.com and use the promo code DUMPSTER to get 20% off your next order at sheath.com. There's a link in the description below. Now let's check the weather with Andrea Conchola. She's deported now.
pasar y la mayoría de los modelos meteorológicos nos indican que hay probabilidad de lluvia durante la tarde-noche. Mientras tanto, en la imagen satelital, ¿qué es lo que está pasando al momento en la República Mexicana? Podemos ver que se mantienen las ondas tropicales. Vamos en la onda tropical número 11 de la temporada que...
Thank you, Andrea. Siri, please take my life. Anti-ice riots broke out in Roblox, the online game. What is Roblox exactly?
Like game for kids.
Game for kids. But apparently it's just infested with pedos, these spaces. I would never let my kid run around these weird online chat rooms. Supposedly the kids playing Roblox decided to stage ICE protests because, as you know, that's definitely a thing kids playing video games would decide to do with their time. Like, maybe some nerd who has an activist parent is like, Chaz, we should start our own Chaz in Roblox. We need these kids to be activated. So, like, let's go in there and start an anti-ICE protest and tell your friends, Fern and Willow and Juniper, that they should get all of their friends together and then we can have, like, make this revolutionary, you know? Like, actually, it seems like the protests were actually staged by a bunch of journalists who are egging everyone on. They were like, I'm in an anti-ICE protest. Come check it out.
How do you do, fellow kids?
What? And then they link it. I'm like, I feel like this is just journalists starting this because they need something to write about. But then all the awesome base kids became Roblox police and started killing the Roblox protesters. And Taylor Lorenz, who's an unhinged reporting lunatic, she's a lovely lady. I don't hate Taylor. She has done some very good work in the past. And also maybe lost her mind during COVID. I actually think she's like fully committed to being a bit at this point. She started tweeting about the police violence on Roblox in dead seriousness. I mean, this is almost beat for beat the Nazi episode of Mythic Quest. And if any of you haven't seen it, you should go watch it right after Dumpster Fire. It's truly one of the funniest episodes of television ever made.
Why would someone bring weapons to a peaceful protest? Guess we're about to find out.
Maybe I can reason with them.
In other online news, Vice President J.D. Vance joined Blue Sky and got deported within 15 minutes.
And it's gone.
Blue Sky, for those of you who don't know, is like a liberal Twitter that really popped off once Elon got behind Trump in the election. And he was booted off the platform after 15 minutes, and then I guess they allowed him back on. He might have been in there purely to troll. He went straight for the jugular, addressing the recent Supreme Court decision to uphold Tennessee's ban on transgender care for minors, which is what we're going to do an entire segment on next Tuesday of Dumpster Fire First. We're promoting a segment never before in the history. Usually they're like, what are we covering today? But here's JD's opening Blue Sky thread. Hello, Blue Sky. I've been told this app has become the place to go for common sense political discussion and analysis. So I'm thrilled to be here to engage with all of you. To that end, I have found Justice Thomas's concurrence on medical care for transgender youth quite illuminating. He argues that many of our so-called experts have used bad arguments and substandard science to push experimental therapies on our youth. I might add that many of those scientists are receiving substantial resources from Big Pharma to push these medicines on kids. What do you think? And the replies were exactly what you might expect from the Blue Sky crew. Fuck you, you Nazi piece of shit. How about that for common sense political discussion? And so he got banned, and then they had to let him back on because, you know, he is the vice president who didn't actually do anything wrong. I mean, this guy is truly troll-in-chief in training.
I shall call him Mini-Me.
We could all take some lessons from millennial JD Vance. Look, guys, we all struggle with weight loss. Maybe not all of us, but most of us. But if you truly want to lose weight in a way that is healthy for your body and get strong at the same time, nothing beats the Caliber app. The Caliber app is 100% free to get started with the ability to upgrade to unlock more features or add a coach for one-on-one support. The free version of the app provides full, ad-free access to the app's features, including over 500 exercises, workout tracking, and the ability to create custom exercises. From there, you can upgrade to Caliber Pro, which includes group coaching, or you can upgrade to Caliber Premium, which includes one-on-one coaching. And I've said it before, but Caliber has been life-changing for me. It has been my steadfast stay with me, behind me. It's got me doing weight and strength training for my perimeno. The app is incredible. It gives you step-by-step instructions and videos on how to correctly perform the moves. It allows you to see your gains and increases in strength, reps, and performance. So guys, check out the Caliber app and see if any of their versions are right for you. Click the link below to get started and get strong. There's a link in the description below. And finally, this fucking guy. 9 women have accused Jared Leto of sexual misconduct, and that can't be true because no cult leaders have ever been reported for rape before. This guy has a Jesus complex. Literally, he's fucking nuts. Never trust a man with a Jesus complex. There is only one Lord and Savior, and he's not a rapist, although he was a grapist. Water into wine, guys. Jesus, keep up. There's been rumors about this shit forever, and it's so disheartening for the average guy because here you have a man who is born with all the ability to sing, act, dreamy, piercing blue eyes, and he still has to grape? I doubt it's bullshit, but it might be, but it's probably not. It's definitely not, but it might be, but it's not though. Maybe.
Allegedly.
He's very this fucking guy with the outfits that he wears, which are insane. This guy dresses like a grapist. As we looked through photos of this guy, I kept wondering, where was ICE when you needed them? He should be one of the homegrowns we're sending to El Salvador. Jared Leto is the rich man's Russell Brand and the poor man's Brad Pitt. Also, Leto is the only person to play the Joker and not get nominated for anything, which shows you what a loser he is. Instagram ads have been dunking on me lately. Speaking of Jared Leto, a picture of Leto with the caption, "If this was your first crush, I hope you're dealing with your perimenopause, okay?" You know what? Fuck you guys, okay? I don't need to be reminded of my perimenopause every time I turn around. There was an ad. I was watching a simple video on YouTube, and the ad under it that was targeted directly at me was like, how not to dress old. Look, I'm 46. I'm not 80.
It's been 84 years.
Can we calm down? That was a Breaking Bridget rant. This guy was famous and successful when he was young. This is what happens to them. What do you have to do after you've reached that level of fame so early? Epstein's Island, that's what you have to do. Hunting humans, climbing bridges, starting cults. This is what happens to killers too. Look at Ted Bundy. His sexual interest kept escalating until he had to combine it with murder. You know, I kind of understand this.
What?
Not the killing and murdering. I started as a bread hobbyist, and then I needed to do something harder, so I started making sourdough. And then I began making my own starter. And now I'm thinking about getting my own mill and grinding my own wheat. So I get it. I get how you could become a cult graping leader or perhaps a serial killer.
All with a bread analogy.
If you're a high functioning person, this is just what happens to you. And this is why I work so hard. It's to keep me from becoming a Jared Leto. I'm still not against starting my own cult, though, because I do want a private island. And I know private islands are getting a bad rap, but I still want one.
So say we all. So say we all.
All right, Phetasy news.
Well, this was a fun one. I was trying to keep it light. I try to keep the Friday ones lighter. I mean, they're all pretty light, honestly. Let's be real, because I'm not a foreign policy expert. I'm a comedian. I know my lane.
I love when you were like, White House spokesperson Amy something. I'm like, we are definitely not a news show.
I just need to keep reminding people that. We're just taking the piss. If you love Dumpster Fire, the best thing you can do is become a paid supporter at Phetasy.com. That is the way to keep us independent, to keep us from having to take money from Qatar, to keep me from having to talk about foreign policy in any kind of serious sense ever. You get the unedited version of this Dumpster Fire, and we leave a lot of inappropriate things on the cutting room floor. You also get access to everything else we're doing, and it's a lot. Join us right here on YouTube every Tuesday and Friday night at 8 p.m. Central for a new Dumpster Fire. Thank you to everyone who helps make Dumpster Fire possible. Thank you, Ben and Kevin, truly, Writer's Room is always spectacular. And thank you to Sheath and Caliber for sponsoring today's episode. Support the people who support us. Thank you to all of you. We love you. We can't do this without you, and we do this for you. Thank you, Maggie.
Thank you, Bridget.
And now to cleanse your palate. The internet is glorious.
Give me your money, bitch.
Oh, calm down, bro.
You calm down. Just hurry up.
Are you a black guy?
Are you serious?
What?
What, just because I'm robbing you mean I'm black?
Well, I mean...
Why would you think that?
I don't know, maybe because you're robbing me and you're black?
How you know I wasn't a white guy?
Because, bro, you talk black.
Excuse me? Talk black?
Sorry. I mean, talk African-American.
I didn't know black was a language.
Look, man, I didn't mean to offend you, okay? I was nervous.
How would you feel if I just assumed you was a gardener?
I am a gardener.
How would you feel if I assumed you was in a mariachi band?
I'd be fine with it. I love mariachi.
How would you feel if I assumed you was illegal?
Oh, okay. Calm down. That's too far. Who you been talking to?
Doesn't feel too good, does it?
Okay, how would you feel if I assumed you need to pay child support?
How would you feel if I assumed all you did was get drunk and watch soccer?
How would you feel if I assumed you only eat chicken and watermelon?
How would you feel if I assumed you only eat tacos and fajitas?
Well, how would you... Damn, I could really go for a taco right now, actually.
Actually, I could do the same.
There's actually an amazing taco truck down the street.
Oh, really? I gotta check that out.
You probably won't like it, though, because they don't have grape soda.
You know the difference between a Hispanic and a stoner?
What?
Stoners have papers.
You know the difference between a black father and a boomerang?
What's that?
Boomerang comes back.
What's your favorite band? Juan Direction?
What's really long and black? The line at KFC.
That one's kind of funny. I like that one.
It's good, right? I like Juan Direction, I'm not gonna lie.
It was a good one, right?
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Remember, life is absurd. Don't take yourself so damn seriously. Take the work seriously, but don't take yourself seriously. People always say I sound drunk, and I'm like, yeah, it's because I have a lisp, okay? You don't need to remind me that I'm old and I have a lisp. This has been your Dumpster Fire. I'm Bridget Phetasy. Now make me rich so I can get like a mini facelift.
Mini facelift, private jet, private island.
That will be my bread progression.
And the unicorns dance while the world burns.